Here we are.
Here we are, back again. Another day, another water polo game.
That's right. You can't get rid of us.
Yeah, you guys try. We know you do. All right, Jason, who do we got today?
I have no idea. Who do we have?
It says Devil's Gate.
Oh, yeah. Devil's Gate.
Yeah.
That's right. I did know that.
You did know that. So it's going to be a tough game. Devil's Gate beat us pretty handily last time. We didn't have Marcus. So Marcus makes a difference.
And who don't we have today? We don't have Bash, right?
We don't have Bash,
Owen.
and we don't have Owen, and we don't have Charlie. Okay. So it's not a full roster, but we do have Coach Derek.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
I mean, it's not an upgrade, a downgrade, but it's a definite side grade.
That's a side grade.
Side Greg. Greg is in Tahoe enjoying a much-needed
cool.
alcohol-induced break.
Perfect. Good for him.
AKA bachelor party. All right.
Oh.
So looks like we're getting started already. So
let's go South Coast.
Let's go. All right. Looks like we're about ready to get started. Looks like is that Reese? No, it's Reed sprinting. Landon, Marcus, Harrison, Luca, and Ben over on the far side, and Luke, of course, sitting in goal for us. And we are off. Reed kicking on the burners. It's going to be close. And Devil's Gate just gets it a little bit ahead. All right, Luca up top pressing. Looks like Harrison's going to play a little bit spy on that set, give some room out there. And tough bounce shot in past late. That was Gate on the board early. And Marcus starting the ball. Up top to Luca. Luca getting the hard press. Into the middle to Harrison. Oh, great pass to Ben. Ben's got a shot and scores! Bada bing, bada boom on the board. All right, Harrison up top to press. Landon pressing on the near side. Doing a job not fouling. And swings over there. Luca pressing. Here comes Harrison to come in and try for the set. And Luke doing enough to slow it down. South Coast counterattack up to Ben. Ben's got Luca driving. Down line to Luca. Yeah. Luca taking his time, Ben driving, swings it over to Reed. Reed back over to Landon, Landon into Harrison, Harrison fighting for it, somehow gets it, a good shovel pass over to Ben, and just misses the clock. Great job of passing, great job of Harrison kicking that ball out. And South Coast opting to, and Ben excluded. Devil's Gate 6-on-5. Swings it over there. And outside, South Coast doing a good job keeping their arms up. And forces a wide shot. Luke brings it to Ben, coming out from the side. Harrison setting up in the middle. Looks like they're going to opt to double team, and a long shot by Ben. Devil's Gate, the transition back. Luke is over there, slowing it down. Over the far side, Ben pressing, and here comes a set, and Gets by both Landon and Reed. Good move by that set. 3:40 left in the first. Marcus bringing it up. Over to Luca. Luca swings it over to Reed. Out to Marcus. Marcus into Landon. Landon fighting for it. And good defense there by Devil's Gate. A long counter attack. Got a 1-on-0. And it's a 5-meter. Marcus getting a little too aggressive. And good penalty shot there by Devil's Gate.
Go South Coast!
Landon coming out, Emmett coming in. Marcus up to Luca. Luca's got room. They're giving him some time. Luca's got that great outside shot. They're tempting him. And just barely misses wide. Devil's Gate coming back. Harrison keeping a big hand up, and Harrison with a great block. And Marcus doing a good job earning the foul. Devil's Gate turnover. Southfields ball. Luca taking his time off down line to Ben on the far side. Minor foul over to Luca. Luca out to Ben. Ben's got Luca up top. Back to Ben. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Minor foul, 6 seconds. Over to Marcus. And Devil's Gate. Good defensive stand there, good steal. Over on the far side, Ben pressing. Harrison keeping that hand up. And exclusion on Emmett. And a lob and a tap in by Devil's Gate. Gibson comes in, Emmett goes out. On the near side, we've got Gibson and Reed. Far side, still Ben and Luca. Marcus in the back, Harrison in the front. Marcus over to Luca. Over to Ben. Ben gets a hard press. And into Luca. Luca's fighting for it. And ball under. Devil's Gate ball. Big counterattack. Gibson doing a good job. Coming back in to watch that set. And Devil's Gate cross cage. And off Duke's fingertips. 2-meter. Yeah. Devil's Gate shoots wide. Ben gets it into Harrison, who's fighting for it, and earns the exclusion. Harrison back to Luca. Up to Ben, over to Marcus. Over to Reed. Over to Ben. Ben's taking a shot. Over to Luca. Luca cross over to Reed. They got 14 seconds, plenty of time. Minor foul over to Ben. And over to Luca. Pass just a little bit wide. And Luca bounce shot over to Gibson. 11 seconds left and tries to lob. Doesn't quite get it. 6 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And a long shot. And that's the end of our first quarter. Back for the second quarter. We've got Reed, Landon, Marcus, Harrison, Ben, and Luca on the far side. Ben is now 4, Luca is now 5. Little switch up there by Coach Derek. Reed is off. It's going to be close. And almost had it. Good sprint there by Reed. Skip shot, just gets past Luke. Just coming up. Ben and Luca switch back. Ben's at 5, Luca's at 4. And a little weak pass there, easy steal by Devil's Gate. On the far side, Ben's there to cut off the drive. Breakdown in defense there. Marcus taking his time, bringing it up. Looks like they're gonna. And bounced off. Good block by Devil's Gate. And South Coast ball. And tries to lob it over. Just not high enough. And the Devil's Gate counterattack. 1-0. Little lob over Luke. Over to Landon. Landon back to Marcus. Marcus over to Landon. Back to Marcus. Marcus takes the shot. And good save there by Devil's Gate goalie. The counterattack. That's where they killed us the last time. Ben doing a good job on that driver over there, slowing him down. Landon pressing. Harrison pressing. Luca pressing. And a long shot off the top. Luke's got Luca. Luca's got room. And good transition back there. Over to Reed. Marcus had the ball stole. And a tough one for Luke. 3:11 left in this painful half. Yeah. Looks like Landon, Luca, Ben are out. Emmett. Gibson over on the far side. And Luke with a great save. Luke with a shot, and he scores! Woo! Making that goalie pay.
Put him on your back, Luke!
And did not pop the ball. Turnover. Harrison back to Marcus. Marcus over to Reese. Got Reese, Emmett setting up at set. Emmett fighting for it. And
Nice job,
Luke with another great play. Luke up to Gibson. Gibson or to Dylan. And Devil's Gate sails it high. Luke up to Gibson. Gibson over to Dylan on the far side. And exclusion room, South Coast 6-on-5. Gibson over to Dylan. Over to Emmett. And off the goalie's hand, 2 meters, South Coast ball.
Go, South Coast!
Reese over to Gibson. Gibson fighting for it.
Get it back, dude! Get it back, dude!
Good steal there by Devil's Gate.
Good, that's good. Cut it off, dude. Oh, nice!
Yeah, good defense by Gibson. And sails it high. Goalie under the water. We thought Luke was going to take another shot. Luke up to Marcus. Over to Dylan. John brings it out. Over to Gibson. Gibson into Harrison. Harrison with a great play. Good defense by Devil's Gate. Here comes the counterattack. And Devil's Gate bearing another one. Harrison comes out, Landon comes in, 23 seconds left. We're going to run a set play with Luke. Over to Dylan. Going back to Luke. And got 6 seconds left. Luke shoots. Devil's Gate gets an easy one at the end. And that's half.
Oh man. We got them right where we want them.
Yep, you gotta get them overconfident.
Exactly.
Just ready for the comeback.
That's right.
You know, I mean, they look like they're worn out.
They look like Devil's Gate looks worn out.
Yeah,
That's right.
they've got this 8-point lead, overconfident.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Derek's
7.
over there. 7?
Is that right?
No,
No.
10 minus 2.
No, but up there it says 3.
Oh, well, I'll take it.
Let's go with it.
7.
Perfect.
7. See, the comeback has already started.
No, now it's back down to 2.
Oh,
it is 2.
The comeback is
Oh, yeah, the comeback's tough. That defense by Devil's Gate, I mean, is impressive.
Yeah, they're just a really good team.
Yeah,
No matter what. I mean, like those first kickouts in the first couple of plays by Harrison were fantastic, and Ben being able to take care of the first one, the second one, I really thought it had a shot too, and I love Luke's making that goalie pay for coming out.
Yeah, he's gonna like that.
Yeah, I mean, it happened so fast. The pan on the camera was about a second late, but the commentary was right on time.
Okay, got it. I recorded the block, but not the shot. So
I'm sure.
Sorry, Beverly.
All right. Well, it looks like we had a short half. The teams are spreading out, and let's have a modest goal of doubling our score.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
There we go.
All right. All right, let's go South Coast.
All right, changing up the lineup here for the sprint. We got Luca, Ben, Marcus, Harrison, Reed, and Landon on the far side.
Go, Luca. Hey, let's turn this around, boys. Let's go.
So I gave it Devil's Gate an extra point there. All right, here comes Luca. And it's going to be another close one. Luca bounces it. Ben fighting for it. Everybody's fighting for it. Somehow Devil's Gate gets it. Harrison up top. Press. And to Luca. Luca comes over the top, gets excluded. Devil's Gate with 6-on-5. Has some good ball movement. Long pass over there, Ben's there. And setting up a long shot and skips it right through.
Go, boys.
All right, Marcus bringing it up. Ben and Luca on the near side, Landon and Reed over on the far side. Harrison in the middle, into Harrison. Good triple team real quick by Devil's Gate. Ball coming up, Ben pressing. Up. And Devil's Gate, long shot, outside. South Coast counterattack. Over to Luca. Luca to Ben. And swings it back up top to Marcus. Marcus over to Landon. Landon into Reed. Reed loses his cap. Marcus slowing down the set. And we've got a driver, gets right by everyone, loses control of the ball, and gets faster. All right. Marcus pops it, puts it into play. Reed over there, gets into Landon. Landon's fighting for it, gets up, and don't know how that's not an exclusion. Back over to Luca, Luca to Ben, Ben to Luca. Over to Reed, Reed into Landon. Landon pushes out to Marcus, and just not enough time. Devils Gates got the 1-on-0. And Reed does a heck of a job catching up. And Luke. And they're going to give foul on Reed. 5-meter shot for Devils Gate. And just misses wide. Actually, it made it, just went through the side of the net. Alright, Marcus bringing it up. Swings it over to Dylan. Dylan into Landon. Minor foul. Landon sees Luca. And Luca takes a shot off the goalie's hands. 2-meter. From shot clock. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Landon over to Luca. Luca saves a bad pass. Over to Ben. And to Luca. Luca takes a shot. And a good save there by Devils Gate. Some over pressing, Ben. And Devils Gate tries that backhand. It's a little wide. To Luca. Luca has room, brings it up. And tries to lob into Harrison, just barely misses it. And Marcus doing a great job slowing down the counterattack. Devils Gate buries another one.
Go South Coast!
Ben brings it up. Dylan and Landon on the far side. Dylan over there saves it. Dylan tries to get into Landon. Chipped by Devils Gate. Got a wide open 1-on-0. And buries another one past Luke. Dylan. Dylan back out to Ben. Minor foul. Ben over to Dylan. Dylan takes a shot. And off the goalie's hands, 2 meter. And then taking it out. He's got room to bring it in. Not sure why he's going out. And tries it, throws it right to the goalie. And pressing. And Landon with a good steal. Turning around, going. He's got Reese on the other side. Still fighting for it. Takes it, shoots and scores! Halfway to our goal of 4 points for the half. All right, looks like Ben is coming out and Reese is in. Landon and Ben came out. I think Reese and Emmett came in. So Emmett and Gibson on the near side. Emmett coming in for, and a good defense there by Harrison. Getting the steal with the ball under. And Luke gets it up to Gibson. Steal by Devil's Gate. Is the end of the quarter. Devil's Gate's got 1 more point, up by 12. Okay, 4th quarter. We've got a goal of scoring 1 point. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we're going to have Luca, Ben, Harrison, Marcus, Landon, and Reed. Luca on the sprint again. It's close to last time. And here we go. And Devil's Gate ends off our sprints. There, Reed doing a good job of pressing. And too good of a job. He got excluded. 6 and 5 for Devil's Gate. Swings it over to the near side. It looks like they're going to look for that lob and catch and shoot. And apparently you can't lift yourself up off the other kid. Luke up to Landon. Landon turns it around. Fighting over to Luca. Luca to Landon. Landon's got room. Over to Luca again. And lost track of the time. Luca pressing, Marcus pressing. Looks like Harrison's in there at set D now. And Ben with the steal. Ben is off. Fighting. Minor foul. Harrison catch and shoot. And off the goalie's hands. And then puts it in the play. We got a fresh shot clock. Over to Reed. Reed's got Harrison. Harrison earning the exclusion. And a bad pass. Devil's Gate with the counter. Marcus up top pressing, or Ben up top pressing. And Landon with the counter attack. Luke Scott. Wait for Ben to turn around. Over to Ben. Marcus and Reed on the inside. Harrison setting up top. Minor foul. And Ben over to Landon. Minor foul. And Reed makes a shot just a half a second late, too late. And in there, Harrison coming out to press. Landon in at set D. And Reed with a great defensive play with the steal. And we have a timeout, South Coast. All right, we are back. We got Dylan and Landon on the far side. Zach Reese in at set. Dylan setting up. Over to Emmett. A little bit too long. Emmett fighting for it. Emmett over to Landon. And Landon buries it deep. Huh?
We accomplished our goal.
I've just been notified from our sideline reporter. We have accomplished our goal of doubling our score from the first half. Now we can exceed our goal. A minute 58 left. See if we can get to 5. Going over there, fighting, gets turned. Good job getting back in front to cut him off. And ref says it touched goalie's hands. And an easy save for Luke. Luke sees Landon. We got Landon and Reese. Oh, Landon. Landon buries it. And we are now overachievers. 5 points scored. More than doubling our first half total. Looks like we got Landon at set D, Reese up top. Southgate, Devil's Gate is they're in there, and that's a good swarming defense. If you could see through the ref, you'd see probably the best defensive sequence of the South Coast second half. Luke setting up. Luke up to Landon. Reese, Landon into Reese, and Reese fighting for it. All under. Devil's Gate ball. And here comes Devil's Gate pressing hard. Picking the goalie up. And that goalie really wants to score one on Luke and get it back to even. Ben. Yeah, we got 8 seconds. Yeah, they're just going to run out the clock here. 15-5, there's our total. Well, Jason, overachievers?
Overachievers, just want to point out that fourth quarter, Devil's Gate went in with 15, and they ended the quarter with 15. So, look.
So we won the quarter 3-0.
Yes.
Is it? Is my math right?
I'm gonna check it later. But I'm pretty sure it's close.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I expected of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we definitely finished strong, and that's important going into the next game. The next game against the Titans is going to be, should be a close game. They beat us last time, but,
Yeah, I mean, just hats off to Devil's Gate. They played great. Their defense is spectacular.
Yeah.
Their plays on offense, and it's just they're
really great outside shots.
Great.
The goalie was good.
Yeah.
We really appreciated him coming out of the goal for a loop
yeah
shot.
the one
That was pretty awesome.
exactly.
All right, well, we'll
All right,
be back,
cool.
I think 12:40, somewhere around there, 30, 50, whatever
Pretty soon.
it is, in an hour-ish.
Yeah, so go ahead, have a drink,
Breakfast, brunch, whatever it
whatever
is
feels good to you. We'll be here
at the pool.
at the pool. All
All right, go South Coast.
let's go South Coast.